I would like to introduce Outi for the first presentation. Outi Karvonen is development manager at the International Affairs team at the Finnish Institute for Health and Welfare. She has over 26 experience in managing and coordinating international health and development projects funded by various national and international donors. And during 2015-19, she was project manager of the Joint Action on HIV and Co-infection Prevention and Harm Reduction. And now she's project management of the SHARP Joint Action. Outi, the floor is yours.
I will give you a bit overall presentation of SHARP Joint Action, although I guess quite many of you are familiar with it. But first of all, I would like to thank you inviting me to Riga. It's a really nice place for me. And in earlier joint action, we had Latvia as one of the focus countries. So we had several events here. A moment ago, you already heard from Karvonen about the aim of the joint action. And the expected result is strengthened ability to prevent, detect, and respond to biological outbreaks, chemical incidents, and unknown threats to human health. We have a really wide and large joint action. We have 26 associated partners from 26 countries and 35 affiliated entities. This makes 61 organizations who are receiving co-funding from the European Commission and who are all reporting to the coordinator. And we were supposed to have 3-year joint action, but you know what happened. The COVID pandemic took almost 2 years from us. So we had first one extension and then another one. And still we have 20 deliverables to complete. We have 10 work packages. I will tell something about the core work packages, which start from work package 5. Work package 5, I think, has very much connections in the thematics as with this work package 6, as it is concentrating on assessment of IHR core capacities and strengthening of them. And in the beginning, they made a gap analysis looking at SPAR reports and joint external evaluation reports of countries. And they are especially concentrating on low-income countries of the partnership. Recently, they had a workshop on international collaboration between authorities during crisis in Lisbon, and they were trying to find a kind of a model template how countries can agree, make preliminary agreements about collaboration during crisis. They are also preparing, or they actually already made a review of after action reviews and simulation exercises and their recommendations, and it has been published. There is a link in the presentation. Then coming to work package 6, I don't need to speak so much about its tasks and results, as I think you are going to hear a lot about them today and tomorrow. So I just quickly show these tasks and then go to work package 7, which is concentrated on laboratory preparedness. And they have done already 3 external quality assurance exercises on bacteria and viruses. And the work package is led by Robert Koch Institute, Germany. They have several working groups working under diagnostic approaches, for example, anti-susceptibility testing and also on novel next generation sequencing. And on this topic, they are going to have a meeting in Rome in May. They have also done series of trainings, and they have, after COVID, they have started also trainings in laboratories. And recommendations on laboratory biorisk management will be soon ready, and I hope within few weeks, and then distributed among everybody. Training and exercises is led by Serbia, Public Health Institute of Serbia, and co-led with the Robert Koch Institute. And they in the beginning, they assessed the gaps and the biggest needs in training related to preparedness and IHR implementation. And they developed curricula for basic and advanced training. And of course, during COVID, they had to do everything online, but now they have been able also to work face-to-face. And they have also opened a platform for trainings, and I hope it will, now it's on basis of enrollment, but I hope they will soon open it so that it's free for everybody. And recently, this work package organized a study visit to DG Sante, and there are also other study visits or secondments to come. Our chemical work package is led by UK Health Security Agency, and they, in the beginning, they also made a gap analysis on basis of a survey among partner countries, and found out which areas in preparedness to chemical incidents need special attention. And another report they made on feasibility of EU chemical network, and found out that this is really something which is desired by partner countries and really feasible. And they have also conducted trainings, and there is still to come a report on standard operational procedures and about mechanisms for cross-border chemical health threat preparedness. The work package 10, which is focused on case management and infection prevention, and it's very much working with hospitals, has been in the biggest trouble during the COVID-19, as you can understand. And they have actually started to work really only last autumn, because they lost really a lot of time during COVID. But now they wish to finalize everything until the end of SHARP, and it means really a busy period for them. At SHARP Joint Action webpage, we are putting all deliverables there, but part of the deliverables are confidential and they are distributed only among partners, but all those which are public, they are published here. And of course, the important thing is the sustainability of all our actions and all trainings and reports and recommendations and so on. But there will be tomorrow presentation of our work package 4 from Ministry of Health France, and I will let them to tell more about their work. But I just mentioned that they have chosen 3 themes for piloting in the means of sustainability, and those are cross-border collaboration and the eMERGE laboratory network, and also capacity building material which has been produced in SHARP. This is some very preliminary findings from work packages of SHARP. Of course, after action review and CIMEX should be conducted routinely and reported, and recommendations should be included into state of preparedness reports. And it has been noted also that 8 out of 10 lessons learned from COVID had been recommended before the pandemic. And of course, the importance of involving several sectors in the response and in preparedness plans is the point of work package 6. And then all the important work carried out by eMERGE laboratory network, and then continuous training in IHR and other preparedness topics. And also this chemical laboratory network. It would be very useful. Some words about sharp joint action and COVID pandemic. Of course, it would have been great if our joint action would have been before the pandemic, but we were unlucky and we were able to work only something like 8 months before the pandemic began. And then, of course, we had to do adjustments. Work Package 2 conducted pandemic fatigue workshop only after, I think it was after 1 year of the pandemic, there was already fatigue. And then Work Package 5 noticed that there was a lot of development in strengthening of IHR core capacities due to the pandemic and not just due to their work. So these things have been happening simultaneously, and they were very much listening to wishes of partners when choosing topics for their workshops. And as you learned, Work Package 6 had to decided to change their disease X scenario into lessons learned from COVID, for the reasons you can understand. And Work Package 7 immediately took sequencing of SARS-CoV-2 into their activities and training topics. In Work Package 7, they took risk communication of vaccination, for example. And Work Package 10, they actually did not have any chance to pilot in hospitals, as hospitals really were busy with some other issues with COVID. I think you are much bigger experts in all hazard preparedness here, but I can see that this approach is very much integrated in all Work Package 6 activities, as for example, this multi-sectoral approach. There are many connections between Work Package 6 and others, and there are, for example, these reports which are very much, I think, benefiting Work Package 6, and Work Package 6 is benefiting others. I also already mentioned these Work Package 5 reports, and then we have this laboratory preparedness work package, and they would be also eager to participate in the forthcoming tabletop exercise if it will be possible. And then Work Package 8 has opened this training platform where everybody, all work packages could upload their trainings. And then we have chemical incidents in all hazard approach, and also we have hospital preparedness as one part of preparedness. And then about expectations, what should come after SHARP. But I can say that at least coordinators don't expect that there would be any such a huge joint action after this, which would continue the SHARP topics, because we find that this joint action is too large and has too many topics in one action. So we are more like looking forward to see projects focusing on special themes of SHARP, different projects. And there is already one in EU for Health work program for this year. There is already this project on EU reference laboratories, and eMERGE network is even mentioned there. So we wish that this work could be continued in this project, but we'll see because it's still in process. And then Horizon Europe work program also has several topics related to ours. So let's see. And finally, I would like to invite all of you to the final conference of SHARP. It will take place in Helsinki on 19 to 20 June. And it will be also hybrid and it will be streamed, but of course we would like to see as many of you at place as possible. And that was all I had to say. So you are welcome to ask me, and also during the breaks. Well, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Outi. Are there any questions about the SHARP program for Outi? No, otherwise there will be lots of opportunities the coming days.